Was controlling the inside with third.
NCAA Division III Basketball Championship from the campus of Calvin College in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The Little Giants of Wabash College take on the defending champion Bears of Potsdam College. The NCAA Division III Championship game is brought to you by Fuji. More and more, the red, white, and blue is turning green. The green box of Fuji film. By Datsun, who invites you to see all the exciting Datsun cars and trucks at your local Datsun dealer. And by Anheuser-Busch of St. Louis, Brewers of Michelob. Put a little weekend in your week. And welcome to our Division III Championship, everyone. Hello, I'm Jim Thacker with Irv Brown. Irv, we've been to the Final Four. You name it. No more excitement than we got right here.
We've been here 2 days, and these people are going wild. If anybody's having any more fun today in America, I don't know where it's at. It's right here.
Well, the real fun in basketball is here for sure. Two great stars, all-time in scoring in this division in this game.
Well, first of all, Maurice Mo Woods, they call him, from Potsdam, gets it up and down the floor as well as anybody in Division III. He's very quick. He's very unselfish. He's an excellent basketball player. On the other side of the coin, the big horse, Pete Metzlars from Wabash. What can you say about him? He's liable to be in the NFL next year. He's 6'8", he's a load. He only shoots about 75% from the floor. This guy can play the game. I'll tell you what, they'll get after each other all night long. Should be a great one.
He's going to set an all-time shooting record, 75% from the field for his career. Can you believe that? That's going to be Mr. Metzlar. And two coaches who certainly have established great programs come here for the showdown.
You know what's interesting, Jim? Both Jerry Welch and Glenn Petty, Mac Petty that is, both these guys, if they're coaching anywhere else, everybody knows their name. The difference down here, you don't have 6'7", 6'8" forwards. They're 6'2", they're 6'3". Their strategy last night was terrific. They do what they have to do to win. They're both winners. They can coach as well as anybody we know.
All right, that's the setup here. It's going to be up to Potsdam to see what they can do about the ponderous Metzlar. It'll be coming up in a moment. We'll have the starting lineups next.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Calvin College's Nollcrest Fieldhouse. Calvin is very proud tonight to be able to present the championship game of the NCAA Men's Basketball Finals. And here are the opening lineups for tonight's game. For the Wabash Little Giants, a junior, 6 foot 2.5 inches, from Crawfordsville, Indiana, number 30, Carrie Seward. For the Potsdam Bears, a junior, 6 foot 2, from Auburn, New York, number 22, Jim Sagona. At the other forward for Wabash, 6 foot 4 sophomore from Wabash, Indiana, number 50, Merlin Nice. And for Potsdam, at the other forward, a 6 foot 3 senior from Brentwood, New York, number 35, Maurice Woods. At center for Wabash, a 6 foot 8 senior from Portage, Michigan, number 10, Pete Metzlars. And for Potsdam at center, a 6 foot 6 senior, junior from Syracuse, New York, number 43, Gary Sparks. And at the guards, for Wabash, a senior, 6 foot 1, from Merrillville, Indiana, number 12, Mike Holcomb. At the guards for Potsdam, a 5 foot 11 sophomore from Liverpool, New York, number 12, Marty Grodzinski. And at the other guard for Wabash, a 5'10 sophomore from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, number 20, Teddy Parker. And for Potsdam, a 6-foot sophomore from Utica, New York, number 14, Leroy Witherspoon. The coach for the Wabash Little Giants is Mac Petty. The coach for the Potsdam Bears, Jerry Welch.
All right, there you have it. Wabash out of Indiana, Potsdam from the state of New York. And they'll be meeting here for the Division III NCAA Championship. And it all gets underway in just one moment from Grand Rapids. And Wabash College in its third straight NCAA championship. So here we go. It'll be Potsdam in the white and in the red for Wabash, the Little Giants. And there he is, all set to go.
There's the mascot, and the crowd will be with this Wabash Ball Club because they're very close to here in Indiana, and they played it very smart in the first game, Jim. They cheered for Brooklyn College, and Brooklyn will be behind them. They were the winners in the third place game tonight.
Witherspoon controls the tap. Potsdam will go to work. Now, Potsdam is not above spreading it out right here, Irv, from the very beginning. They have to respect the big giant Metzler on the inside of the little giant.
They will do this immediately. It's a 2-1-2 zone against them. The emphasis is on Wabash to come out. You got 10 seconds. Two people have to come out aggressively, and Mike Stockner is into the count. Now, they've got to come out. Another player's got to come out. Now they're warned. They've got 5 seconds or it's a technical foul, so immediately the wheels are turning.
Crowd didn't like it, of course. Here goes Witherspoon to the baseline. Now they turn it back outside. They'll keep this court spread. They want to keep the ball away from the inside, where, of course, Metzler has a lot of
Jerry Welch wants his ball club to penetrate. That is not what they were doing right there. They do pick up the foul. Number 12 picks it up for Mac Petty's ball club, and that's Mike Holcomb, the hot shooting guard.
First battle of the ball game. No score. We're just underway here for the Division III championship. Driving across goes Witherspoon. Stops on the inside to Wood, and there's the first score of the game.
Well, they took it right to the hole, to the front of the strength, Metzler, and they start out with the press already and throw it away. Great play by Metzler as they throw it away, and he comes up with it.
Potsdam in the lead by a score of 2-0. I want to move inside to the big, giant, redhead Max Metzler. Leads the nation in scoring percentage, and he's going to set an all-time record. He's over 70%. Outside, come in and out. There's Metzler, tapped away beautifully. What a play by Sagona. Here comes Witherspoon. Beautiful pass the inside to Wood, and he's got his second.
I'll guarantee if this kid Witherspoon can't play Division I, I don't know a basketball player. All he can do is penetrate, pass. I can't tell you how well he shoots because he didn't shoot much last night, but this guy is a great athlete. His ball club leads 4-0.
Potsdam Bears on the top. Wabash yet to score, and really, Metzler has not really touched the ball.
Well, he really draws the crowd, Jim, so the key is going to be Holcomb, number 12, the shooter on the left wing. They'll get it to him with a jump pass right there, just a normal pass. He's the guy who's going to have to hit to draw him out.
Couple guys Parker in backcourt. Now they go to Metzler. Look out, they're in trouble.
What a horse this guy is. I mentioned at the top he could be in the NFL. The San Francisco 49ers took him out and timed him. He runs 4.7. He is an All-American football also. The reason Wabash got him is because they let him play 2 sports. That'll tell you something. A lot of youngsters looking in want to play 2 sports. You better not be afraid to look to Division III.
Witherspoon cannot find the range. Stewart's got it. Here comes Wabash now with a chance to tie the score. Nice. Takes one look inside. Right now, Metzler on the weak side. Now breaks to the right. Always looking inside. Here goes Seward to the baseline with a spinning shot. Ties it.
Hey, Seward can play a little bit. He's 6'2", but he plays bigger than that. He was all regional. He had a bad ankle early. That hurt him. There's one from the corner by Woods.
That's 6 points. All the points of the game scored by Potsdam. And they're back in the lead, 6-4. A little zone pressure by Potsdam, forcing to the side. trying to keep the ball right away from the middle where they can easily hit big Metzlar.
So 1-3-1 basically going against Metzlar, and it's tough to get it inside, but Mac Petty is smart. What he'll do is put Metzlar on the other side, just let him work the boards. Here's another steal. Watch this
Weatherspoon
kid
on the
move.
interception. Weatherspoon takes it in strong against Parker and draws the foul. That'll be the second team foul against Wabash, number 1 on Teddy Parker.
Weatherspoon a year ago got his ball club into the finals with a desperation 45-foot shot. Here he comes. Look at him go with the left hand, Jim. This kid is just an athlete. Did not start in high school. And now, to me, the best is ahead of him. Just a sophomore. He was outstanding last year. He's a gamer. 15 points in the championship game.
6-4. Potsdam has the lead. So far, it's been all Wood. Good intercepted by Nice. Picked up immediately by Gorginski. Stopped the break. Here's another chance to tie. Seward lost his dribble. Gets it back in the Metzlar. Metzlar goes to his action. Double team foul on Witherspoon.
Terry Kuehl picks up a foul. Both our officials tonight, Terry Kuehl and Mike Stockman, are out of the Mid-American Conference. Here we go. Another look. And the little guy, Spoon, comes in and hammers him on the arm. We don't shoot the 1-and-1 in college basketball until you're at 7.
Same rules, of course, as all divisions of the NCAA, so you'll be looking for the alternate possession on jump balls. Seward, fake now, a good lob to Nice on the inside, and Nice head fake going to bring a foul to Wood. Mo Woods, the star for Potsdam, took the head fake and was caught in the air.
Nice got away with something that time. He was able to push off, did get away with it, and then the foul is called, so the ball will be inbounded by Potsdam. They, tell you what, interesting ball club, very well coached by Jerry Welch. And on the other side of the coin, Mac Petty has done an amazing job, Jim. They didn't win before he came, and now, of course, they have one of the longest win streaks in the nation.
Wabash with the ball. They're trailing by 2. Holcomb is the good man on the outside, number 12, but they want to work to the big man on the inside, Metzlar. Seward trying to penetrate. Boy, they're really packed in, Potsdam is. Now Holcomb's got time. Great block by Woods. Hey, the kid does more than shoot.
Hey, did you see that explosion? That's a 6'3" forward. Once again, we were talking at the top, Jim. The difference between Division III and Division I is the size. You got 6'3" forward versus 6'8" and 6'9". You got 6'6" postman, with the exception of Metzlar, against 7-footers. And it really, it's kind of an interesting go. I like it.
Seward picked up off by Sparks. Here comes Potsdam. They already lead the game by 6-4. We've played about 4.5 minutes. Here goes Gorginski on the outside, and the rebound by Metzlar. Good outlet for Holcomb. Not a racehorse team, although Wabash will take the break. Stolen away. Here's Sparks back the other way. Down the middle, Witherspoon lobs inside the Sparks, and he cannot get the handle.
Hey, that was a great pass. It just didn't come up. But look at the horse.
Metzlar and it again, 2 for 2. Last night in the semifinals, Metzlar's was 9 for 10, and the one miss was a dunk.
And he almost tore the hoop down, Jim. We took a look, and it was unreal. I tell you, this kid is going to be special. I believe he'll wind up playing football. They project him as a number 1 or number 2 round pick. Now, the rule here, they have already warned Wabash, so you've only got 5 seconds. They do penetrate, and there's an easy one by Woods. That's a 6-point.
Double fake by Mo Woods. 8 points for Woods, and 8-6, he breaks the tie. Wabash is yet to lead in the game. They tied it a couple of times. Lob to Metzlar is easier.
He is so tough. We're tied again at 8, and of course, for Potsdam to stay close with Metzlar, they can't fall behind because they need to be able to control the tempo. Another turnover.
To credit that one to little Parker. He came from the blind side. Teddy Parker inside Metzlar. He doesn't often take the shot right there, but he can. Here's Metzlar's breaking on the inside of the muscle. That's the first miss, but he was fouled. Fouled by Sparks.
Jim, I'll tell you something. He showed you something there. He took a seam, and he went to the hole pretty hard. Here is another look. This is big Metzlar. Finds a seam between Wood and Sparks. Goes to the hole, doesn't get the bucket, but he'll get a pair.
Herb, he has quick feet.
He really does. I tell you, I'd love to see this kid play football. We talked to Mac Petty before and said, what is his best sport? Well, of course, Mac likes him in basketball, but they get along so well. It's a small college. They've utilized this kid's talent, and it's going to be interesting to see. People want to remember his name and see just where Pete Metzlar goes in the NFL draft.
Metzlars leads Division III with a field goal percentage of 74.9. That's a great free throwing percentage.
Hey, can you believe this kid was a quarterback in high school? How'd you like to be an end or a cornerback when this guy is running a sprint out?
Rebound by Mo Woods. Now the ball game is Scott Culler for Potsdam. He's replaced Sparks after Sparks' first foul. 9-8. Wabash leading for the first time in the ball game.
Culler did a terrific job last night on Davis, the leaper from Brooklyn. He throws one up, looks good, but it's off.
Culler tap in by Woods. Boy, Woods completely blocked off. That was about a 10-foot tapping.
And Woods has been the offense thus far. He has 10.
Second time the lead's changed hands now, 10-9. You've got Potsdam back in the lead. They're the defending champions. Metzlar in the crowd. Wide open, nice. You're going to double team. You'll leave easy shots like that.
Well, listen, they flattened the zone out with Metzlar, and he got it to the open man. Here they are running with Spoon, and he can do it.
There's Culler, number 40, came in. He's a 6'5 sophomore from Carmel, Indiana. About 3 players in this team from Wabash from Carmel. Baseline drive, blocked by Metzlar. Getting it back on the inside is Stewart. Cannot get it down with a big guy stayed right in there.
Nothing like having a shot blocker to intimidate you. Metzlar's done it all in the early goal. We got 13:06 left, Jim, and all the excitement we knew was going to be here is here.
11-10, Wabash leading. Only the second time they've led in the ball game here in the first half. Of course, as long as they hold the lead, they take away Potsdam's spread and delay. Right now, they're using good patience here against the man-to-man defense. Nice take on the inside by Parker.
Potsdam has gone to a man-to-man. That means that Metzlar is one-on-one with Culler, and that's a tough assignment. Culler picks up the foul.
Well, here's the thing that worried Mac Petty is the fact that he's going to have to contend with Metzlar when he goes to a man-for-man. Culler, who came in to spell Sparks, picked up that foul. And so we have a timeout here with 12 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first half. This is for the Division III championship, and it's a 1-point lead by Wabash. Syracuse.
There's Mac Petty. There's Jerry Welch. A couple of very fine coaches. Got a chance to see him last night. Everything was there. The strategy. Jerry's ball club almost lost to a fine Brooklyn College team because they missed their free throws, but the strategy was there. He went to the spread when he had to.
As Potsdam's tournament scores, they defeated Brooklyn College in the semifinals last night. And by the way, Brooklyn took third place with an overtime victory over Stanislaus of California in the first game here this evening.
Well, the enthusiasm, Jim, I just was going to say, in that third place game really was special. And those Brooklyn kids, they had one kid remind me of Hunt Hall. He got the crowd going. It was terrific.
There's a double team and a walk. Pressure defense by Potsdam forces a walk here by Timmy Parker. That turns it over now to the Bears, and they have a chance to get back in the lead. Wabash leads it 11-10.
This is the light press that Mac Petty likes to go to. Of course, when you're going against this kid, I tell you, I really like this kid. He didn't start in high school. That means his best is ahead of him. He's a ball handler. He's got upper body strength. He's quick. The only thing I can't tell you about is his shooting, because he really didn't shoot last night. But look at the kid handle the ball and run the club.
On the outside by Moribito. Just off the bench, Jerry Moribito. And that'll send Wabash back in the lead 12-11. That's the fourth time the lead's changed hands. Really in a seesaw stretch here with 12 minutes to go in the first half. They're playing Holcomb down in the corner right now, and they're taking him out of the backcourt.
Got to jump pass it to Parker. He's the guy open on the left wing. Everything else is closed. Good hand.
Yep, stolen away. Great pass down here to Witherspoon for a layup.
Hey, what a job on Moribito. He gets the ball down, and it's a 3-point lead now for the Bears of Potsdam.
They led by 4-0. That's the second biggest lead they've had. 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. Here comes Metzlar, the baseline. Boy, Metzlar is so powerful and such a great shooting touch.
You know what he looks like? Remember Bob Turlin, who played for Oklahoma A&M? Of course, he was a 7-footer, but the redhead looks just like him.
He's exactly like him in the face, although he's got bigger body, bigger upper body. He's more solid. I guess Kerr was taller.
Well, they didn't eat as well in the 40s as they do now.
14-13. Potsdam by a point. And here goes Witherspoon on the outside. Rebound grabbed by Nice. Wabash has gotten a chance to regain the lead. Here goes Parker. He puts his team back on top.
Boy, that looks sweet.
First basket by Teddy Parker, junior from Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
He leads his club in steals, assists, doesn't shoot it that much because they do like to go in low to Metzler. But he looked at, there's the jump or skip pass, whatever you want to call it.
Big guy gets to the outside. Now the breaks on the way. Parker to foot race. Down he goes against Witherspoon. Tapped in by Metzler, and he's fouled.
There's where that 4-7 speed pays off. Metzler was down underneath the bucket. He came blowing down as Parker missed the triple, but Metzler puts it in. Here it is. Here's Parker showing good speed going one-on-one with the little point guard from Potsdam. And there's Metzler. This guy does everything. Plays football, plays basketball. I got to believe he's going to sell some tickets at halftime.
Hey, he sold plenty of tickets his career. Don't believe he hasn't. He's from Portage, Michigan. He's the only player on the Wabash team not from the state of Indiana.
Hey, how'd Bo Schembechler let this guy get out of Michigan? What is going on, Bo?
Bo already had a quarterback. Bo said, who needs a 6'6 quarterback?
Yeah, that's right. And this kid was a 200-pounder when he came to Wabash. Now goes 230. He can bench 300 pounds. Everybody who thinks that weight training isn't for basketball players, you're wrong. I guarantee you do it right under the direction of a coach, you're going to look like that kid, number 10.
There's Jerry Marabito. There's the lob inside by Sparks.
Oh, do they handle that well? Jerry Welch has had a planned play. He does it two different ways. Excellent. Second time we've seen it as Ball Club leads by a pair.
18-12. We're past the midway point in the first half. Holcomb, boy, he wanted to step on that perimeter.
Notice how Max Petty really spreads it so that they can't really double up underneath on Metzler. They got to inside. Here's a block.
Yep, got in there too late. They're going to call it on Sparks. That's going to get Jerry Welch up.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not a very popular call, but I think it's the correct call by Terry Kuehl. You've got to give him a chance to turn and put it on the ground. Take a look. And that's not what happens. He didn't give him enough room. And it's a good call by Terry Kuehl. Both officials from Toledo. There's Jerry Welch, Coach of the Year. He was in the National Sports Festival with John Thompson. Got a chance to win it all next week at New Orleans.
Well, there's the first uncontested miss by Metzler. So he gets another personal foul. And that's going to be on Sparks. And now Potsdam's Jerry Welch does have a problem. This will be the third.
That it is. Boy, I'll tell you what, they're going to have a talk with Metzler about his attitude. I mean, he missed one. I mean, what is going on, Pete? Start bearing down a little bit.
He's 5 for 6. He's drawn 3 personal fouls. I don't think he was really shooting here, was he? They're going to put him on the line. I can't believe this.
No, I didn't think
he was foul on a rebound.
Well, it's a 1-and-1. That's the rule. They're into the 7th. That's the 7th personal, only 2. And this is what Jerry Welch was concerned with. 2 team fouls now on Wabash, 7 on Potsdam. And look at this.
That was
the ball goes in.
Tip in, and they're going to call a personal foul.
Well, I tell you, Jerry Welch is very upset with this one because he felt that there definitely was contact. We'll take another look. This is an interesting play, an interesting call for an official. Here it is. Here's the miss. Now look at this. Is he on the back? I don't think he was. I think the ball just went in, and I'm not so sure the white shirts didn't get as much a hand on it as the red shirts.
The foul was on Jim Beagle, a sophomore or 6th man. That's his first in the game. 20-16. Wabash got his biggest lead by 4.
Pretty good pressure on the press, and they are able to beat it.
Just over 9 minutes to go in the first half. 4-point lead now by Wabash. In a 2-1-2 zone, you're going to see this probably as long as they have the lead. Marabito outside Leginsky. Long one by Sagona. Jim Sagona. Hits his first one.
Jimmy can fill it up. He's a good shooter. Looked very good last night against Brooklyn.
Potsdam won the Division III championship last year, but because of Metzler, Wabash has to be considered a slight favorite in this championship game. There's Metzler. Good feet off on the side. Ripped up there by Beagle, and he's foul on the play. Boy, Potsdam's really going to have some fouling trouble.
They're in serious trouble already. That's what Metzler gives you. He's so big inside. Ball goes in, and they just collapse. There's 4 white shirts around, and that means nobody over on number 40 for Wabash, and Beagle gets fouled. This guy was on the junior varsity last year along with Nice. Did some good things down there. They both rebounded well, shot well, and now both playing a lot of ball.
Well, he's been a very active 6th man. He's averaged 7.5 points, over 4 rebounds a game.
Good basketball in Indiana, whether it be high school, one of the things I like about their high school state tournament, Jim, is anybody can win it all. In other words, the smallest school, the biggest one. There's Metzler on the back. There's no call, and Jerry Welch is a little upset. Here's a guy who's going to have to bring him back Wood. He's shown the ability to put it in the hole.
Well, he went well early, Irv, but he's been a little quiet here, and that's Wabash has solved the defense.
Well, they've really surged. It is a high-low offense down. There's Wood at the top underneath his color.
Oh, Wood.
Look at the little guy battle.
Yep, going to clear it outside here at this Segona. 3-point lead by Wabash, 21-18.
They interchange now with Color and Wood, trying to get something going.
Good fake by Gorgensky, but he walks. That'll be a turnover now to Wabash. The Little Giants from Crawfordsville will get the ball up by 3. And we're going to time out with 8 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first half. The score, Wabash 21, Potsdam 18. We'll be right back.
He's got a load in Metzlar, and we talked to him beforehand. We talked to both coaches. You know, one thing he's got to point out, Jim, is the cooperation the coaches give you, the people give you, because to be very honest, they're delighted to have some exposure on television.
Well, it's been a delightful visit here, and it still is. We've got an exciting game here for the championship. There's the Little Giant over in the background you saw. Here's Mo Woods. He is going to break the old field goal percentage record in Division III, and it's not going to do him much good because it's going to be broken right ahead of him by Metzlar. Both over 70%.
The real problem here now, Potsdam is a long way away from getting to shoot any foul pitches because Wabash only has 3. There's a skip pass, whereas already it's the 1-1, and this happens so many times for Pete Metzler's team.
Nice breaking inside there. Here's the fast break underway. Witherspoon has to race to get that one. Now they've got Wood posted down low, and let's see what they'll do here. Gets the 2-3 zone. Segona peeps inside. Woods is covered up in there. Segona from the perimeter. They'll need this type scoring. Well, thus far, they've not been able to get it, and momentum seems to be shifting now toward Wabash.
Certainly is. Wabash has got things going their way. Jim, you're absolutely correct. They're going to have to shoot from the outside with that redhead Metzler in the middle. So that means that guys like Segona are just going to have to do it.
Dave Clark follows up, and now the corner goes Nice. Merlin Nice connects for Wabash. A 5-point lead now for the Little Giants. That's the biggest of the game by either team.
Merlin's a 49% shooter. He did have that good junior varsity. He's a lot stronger this year in talking to Max Hayden. He's so much better and improved.
Witherspoon, the side, Gorgensky. They continue to go cold from the perimeter.
Boy, they get all the shots they want over here on the wing against that 2-1-2, but they got to knock a couple down or they're in trouble.
There goes Metzlar. Inside, got his position. He's missed 2 in a row. Get out a special edition. 23-18, Wabash leading, and Metzlar just missed another one in the close range.
Well, this thing, yeah, that's right. This thing threatening to get out of control a little bit unless Potsdam can hit a few, because Metzlar is really a force in there. Look at this, they get inside the Nice.
And Merlin Nice has made some clever moves on the inside. Not a big kid, 6'2.5", 6'3". There he is, number 50. And he's fouled on the play by Gorgensky. Gorgensky getting a little frustrated maybe by the inside moves of Nice. Oh, they're going to call a block instead.
Potsdam hasn't scored now in 3 minutes. Woods gets a blow. Jerry Welch uses the entire bench. He likes to play some kids and come on in that second half. But they got to knock a few down from the outside.
That's Dean Bissell, 23, 6'4" senior from Malone, New York. Every player on the roster for Potsdam from the state of New York. Merlin Nice, 5th point. He's a 79% free throw shooter, and this is his 19th consecutive free throw that he just hit in this tournament. We're going to get a timeout by Jerry Welch of Potsdam. His team has dropped off the pace by 6 points. That's the biggest lead by either team. The kids from Wabash are here, aren't they?
Well, that's a new one. It's usually send money, but I guess that kid's got a little part-time job. He wants girls.
But the real serious problem here right now is in the puddle of Potsdam. They've had a problem keeping Metzlar covered, and when they have, then Wabash has come up with some good outside shooting.
Well, they really have. They have. I think Mac Petty's done a good job using Metzlar. You know, from the side, we can't see him right now, but Jerry Welch looks like Joe Paterno.
Yeah, he sure did.
But he's got to have a sweater on, and it's got to be snowing.
He sees plenty of snow up where he's from, around that St. Lawrence Seaway in upper New York. Resting for the moment now is the star, Mo Woods, number 35, averaging over almost 15 points a game and over 7 rebounds. Number 2 in Division III in field goal percentage. Merlin Nice now, who's going for his 20th consecutive free throw. Boy, does he have touch.
Well, if you want to take a look, if you're a youngster looking in, the next time at the line, we'll really zero in on him, but he extends a hand, he uses a leg, just the way you're supposed to do it. They've got somebody open in the wing. If they skip past, it is Gruginski right there. Now they cover. They've got to skip past to get a good shot.
Weak side lob might work. Working inside now goes Dean Bissell.
Well, he travels. Woods is going to come back in as Jerry Welch just can't afford to wait much longer. Bissell comes out. Down 7. Needs to play some defense. Get a little something going. Jerry was afraid of this, to fall behind. Now the tempo is going to be dictated by Mac Petty. And you know what he wants. He wants to go the redhead.
That's right. Force the ball to the inside, maybe get a little faster tempo. They're a higher scoring team, Wabash is. Dave Clark remains in at point guard. He has replaced Teddy Parker. They're really spreading them out of the zone now, drawing double teams. You got to be careful here. Wabash here looking for easy basket. There's the coach of the year in Division III, Jerry Welch. I think he's not interested. He needs a rebound like that. Try to show off Wabash a time or two.
They can knock a couple of down, though. They can get right back in it. They just haven't shot well from the outside. It's been a long drought.
Big guys back in there. Mo Woods, though, with 5 minutes to go in the half. 25-18. Here goes Witherspoon. Witherspoon doesn't shoot often, but he's got a pretty good eye.
Well, you know, you can see why he doesn't shoot that much. He really doesn't have the good rotation on the basketball. His strength, though, is penetration. That's what he did. He had that initial surge. He got by the point. We're down to a 5-point lead. 4:36 remaining in the half.
Metzlar hasn't touched the ball that much the last 2 or 3 minutes. So Potsdam has been able to come up with a defense to shut him off. But the other guys have been getting loose, especially Nice. Merlin Nice.
Boy, they're hustling on defense. Gary Welch is asking his people to do a lot of things. I mean, a lot of things that you wonder if they're possible, and so far they're doing it. Here's another substitution. Nice comes out. Seward comes back in.
That was a good idea by Nice. He tried a little touch pass to whip it inside of Metzlar's, but Potsdam defense was alert. 4:13 remaining in the first half. 25-20.
Nick Bettini makes his first appearance. 6'3" sophomore from Rome, New York. And Segura gets a break.
That's Nick Bettini, who's averaged almost 4 points a game coming off the bench. Both these coaches will go down about 8 or 9 players. Dave Clark. Boy, Clark's only 5'9".
Yeah, I used to listen to his records. You remember the Dave Clark 5? He's 5'9", but he also looked good last night. I tell you what, I like this brand of basketball. Once again, they don't have the size that you see. They don't get as good athletes, but they are athletes.
Terry Sword from the outside. And pretty soon they'll have problems trying to stag on Metzlar's. That kind of outside shooting by Wabash. 27-20.
That's how they've got to do with that skip pass. Jerry talked about it before.
Roginski has a rebounding foul. That's going to be on Potsdam. They're whistling at Nick Bettini. First one on him.
Jim, the look on Gruginski's face because the shot looked good. Look at this. On the money. It's going to go down. No, it isn't. He just hasn't been able to knock one down, and they pick up the foul on the back. Only 3 team fouls have been committed by Wabash, and that's the difference in this basketball game. They have really gotten Potsdam the Bears in serious trouble.
Teddy Parker returns now to point guard, replacing Dave Clark. So Parker and Holcomb are back in the backcourt pair. Here's Jim Beagle, the big 6 man, a sophomore, 6'5". That's his 4th point. Wabash now has opened up an 8-point lead, 28-20, biggest of the half with 3:25 to go. They're getting a working margin here. That is his shooting percentage, and he's 2 out of 3 so far tonight. 29-20, another big lead by Wabash.
Color number 40 is playing now right at the top, has the basketball. He shot pretty well last night.
Now into Wood. Good block by Metzlars. Wood comes right back at him. And there's a foul away from the play on Holcomb. So Metzlars stayed right with Woods, but Holcomb fouled from the weak side, trying to help out. Second foul on Mike Holcomb.
Look at that stuff, though, by Metzlar before Holcomb picks it up. Wabash has now outscored Potsdam 8-2 since the 9:03 mark, so they really got to knock one down. It'd be nice to get inside for the 3-point play, but that redhead makes it tough.
And Dakota Color driving the baseline, broken up. Wood chases down a loose ball. Now Wood got a solid screen. No Wood. 12 points. He got 10 of them fairly early in the game. And now he comes back to cut it to 7.
He did a great job keeping the basketball alive. Let's see if they can play some defense now. They're all over Metzler. Skip pass is what they're looking for. There it is.
The lob to Seward. Seward gets his shot off, and he hits the baseline. 6 points for Kerry Seward.
Hey, that wasn't easy because Bettini was all over him, and he still knocked it down.
Witherspoon right back. He comes for Potsdam. Leroy with his 6 points. He's had some heroic shots in the past. Last year, a 45-footer, and the final game against Augustana. Lob to Metzlar. They just let him go. Wishing bad luck, and he's missed 3 in a row. Boy, that's pinned by Beagle.
That's what hurts, though, when they do a job on Metzler, and then somebody else picks up the tap, because that time Potsdam was standing around flat-footed. It's hard to teach kids to block out, Jim, because all your life you're used to rebounding without blocking out, and that's what happened. Nobody blocked out. Beagle snuck one in.
9-point lead, 33-24. Near steal by Parker.
Here's Sagona coming back in the lineup. All right, we'll take a look at what's happening around Metzler. He draws 3 bodies. This happened last night. He gets pushed and shoved. Is he a good kid, though? Look at that face. Hey.
That never changes his expression.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You got to love this one. A lot of white shirts hanging around that red.
He's caught in a revolving door.
Hey, he says, I got 4 teammates. Give me a break. Go get somebody else.
Well, his team's leading by 9. Potsdam here trying to fight from behind, close it down a little before the half, and they got Mo Woods open. This ball scoops up on the outside, and here comes Paul Havley. Havley now, freshman in the lineup. He's a hometown product. Well, he's not really a hometown. He's got the same name, Wabash. Different town, though. Wabash College from Crawfordsville. Merlin, nice, now is posted down low with Metzlar. Metzlar's got it, and driving down for the open shot is nice.
Oh, what a pass by Metzlar. Nice, found the gap. This is the biggest lead. There's a foul in backcourt by number 44 for Wabash.
That's
Havley. Still not into the 1-and-1. Probably won't get into it the half because that's only 5 team fouls on Wabash. Of course, Sparks went out very early, Jim, with 3. Let's take a look at this pass. Well, you talk about a kid who is very unselfish. He just throws it over. He says, that'll discourage you from sending 3 people my way.
Metzlar's having a bad night. He's missed 3 shots. He's hit only 5 out of 8.
I'll tell you what, I don't think I'd give Neil money.
There goes to Witherspoon. Leroy Witherspoon's 8th point. Witherspoon's now picked up the scoring slack for his team.
I want to see the Spoons high school team if this kid couldn't play. They had to have a few horses.
35-26. We're inside the minute and a half, 50 seconds to go. Sports Center coming up at halftime. This is for the NCAA Division III Championship. Potsdam defending its title. Wabash here threatening to dethrone them. They had a 9-point lead with 32 seconds to go in the half.
Probably going for 1. A lot of difference to go in down 11 versus 9 psychologically. So this is where you got to play some defense if you're on Potsdam's side. The Wabash fans, of course, really whooping it up here.
Metzlar calling the traffic on the inside, so keep it on the outside. 14 seconds to go. Now they're going to start their play along here with 10 seconds. 8, 7, going to Metzlar, battled away. The young kid Havley's got it out of the corner, and the rebound comes down to Spoon, who's fouled. Oh, he fouled. 1 time over. It's all over the end of the first half. They were able to shut off the Wabash for the moment, but the Little Giants from Crawfordsville are in the driver's seat as we break for halftime with a 9-point lead. Wabash 35 and Potsdam 24-6. And we're going into the second half of the NCAA Division III championship game. It's Wabash by 9, 35-26. Irv, what are you looking for here?
Well, you know, really the shooting percentages weren't that far apart, even though 58% for Wabash, 48 for Potsdam. Only one field goal difference. The problem was Potsdam didn't get to the line, Jim. They didn't attempt a free throw, whereas on the other side of the coin, Wabash was 7 out of 10. I look for them to come out pressing, talking about the Bears. They've got to get some things going that way. Just try and do what they were doing, knock down a few from the outside.
Each of the two big guys, 12 points apiece. Woods for Potsdam and Metzlar for Wabash, leading the team in the first half. This is Nice. Maryland Nice had a very excellent first half play, 8 points.
He was just working his head off with Scott Culler, number 40, to keep the ball away from Metzler. Look at him inside, really trying to front him.
Yeah, and playing a denied defense and trapping out of the 1-3-1. Here's the lob. You expect that with Culler fronting.
Hey, is that intelligent by Mac Patey? Swing it around, and then when Culler comes out very quick, they get an easy one.
11-point lead. Matches the big lead in the first half. Witherspoon, there's the interception. Metzlar lobs it down to Holcomb for an easy one.
Boy, all of a sudden, this thing is threatening to get out of control. 39-26. Metzler picked up the layup. Metzler got a steal that time. Here's his skip pass.
13-point lead, 39-26, Wabash. We're in the first minute of the second half. Outside Gorginski. And there's Metzlar sweeping the rebound. And Wabash leads 39-26. And now they're on a roll.
I was kidding before about the sixth man, but the sixth man is the crowd, and they are involved right now.
Eddie Parker hits inside the Nice, driving. The blocking foul call. The block was all right by Sparks. The block was on Culler. Scott Culler picks up his third foul.
All right, here's another look. And Sparks, of course, is saddled with 3 fouls. It is a good block, but undercutting him is Culler.
39-26. Wabash has the lead over Potsdam. We played 1 minute and 12 seconds. Minute 22 of the second half.
That's the way to play the game, Jim. You take it to the hole and you give the officials a decision. If you're looking in and you're a young ball player, if you can penetrate, that's when good things happen for a basketball team.
Here's the free throw string. Now remember, this guy hasn't missed. 21 for 21 in this tournament. Oh, he really has a great extension there. He's going for his 24th straight free throw.
Well, look at the concentration. He makes it easy. Look at this now. Young free throwers look in and take a look. And you can see why this kid is so tough. Look at him extend that wrist. Piece of cake.
41-26, 15-point lead. Potsdam now, real trouble here of getting completely out of this game. Inside Sparks. Metzlar kept it alive. Intercept on the tip out by Witherspoon. Now Woods drives in, charges.
Boy, everything is going bad for the Bears now. Good position that time by the guy we were just talking about, Jim.
Merlin Nice. I think he did a little acting job there, but he did drive the charge.
Well, you got to act a little bit. That's what happens. Here it is, right here. Here's the pass. Inside. You always go down like it's the Academy Award and give the officials a decision.
Well, Potsdam coach Jerry Wells says, I've got to have a timeout here, got to settle down a little bit. And you can see he is talking right in the ear there of Terry Kuhl, one of the 2 officials. We have a timeout with 18 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the ball game. And Wabash has gone for a halftime lead of 9. Now that's 15. It's Wabash 41 and Potsdam 26. And the Little Giants are rolling.
Jimmy, we were talking, you know, how you put on an Academy Award. That's part of it, though. I'll tell you what, you give the officials a decision, and if an official feels that you didn't get fouled, he'll let you lay on the ground, and you play 4 on 5, and you hurt your ball club. In this case, I really thought Nice did an excellent job drawing the charge, does put on the act, and it pays off for his ball club. We have 2 personal fouls so far on Potsdam, none on Wabash.
Well, that's coming from what I judge to be one of the great officials of all time, Irv, and so I have to respect your opinion. By the way, these two guys are working the game where normally we see 3 officials working. Is a big difference.
Yeah, there really is. There are different angles. Of course, I'll guarantee you with the financial problems that you have, here's another foul as Mike Stockner picks one up.
That's going to be on Groginski.
The financial problems that you have in collegiate athletics, you're not going to be able to see 3 in Division III. Teams like the Big Ten, the Southeast, the ACC, they'll go to 3. And it is different angles, particularly on off-ball coverage, Jim.
41-26, 15-point lead by Wabash. Stewart looks in for the big redhead. Metzlars. He's rolling the inside like a buffalo. It's a great attempt by Parker to rescue the pass, but it was long gone. 10-second line violation. Ball goes over now to Potsdam, and they're trailing by 15.
All right, here it is. Of course, you cross the line as Parker does. Actually, he'd been better off just to catch the basketball because a lot of times something like that just pays off in the bucket the other way. 17:57 remaining. Potsdam hadn't got a sniff yet. They haven't scored a point. They got to come out smoking. They're too good a club. There's
Sparks. No, will not go. And going to the floor, Stewart walks with a rebound. Lost his feet with possession. They really cracked down on that rule this year.
They really have. That rule is that if you hit the ground, you're going to travel. And it's really impossible to get up without moving the pivot foot. So I guess it's just as good for one as it is for the other. All right, let's see if Potsdam can't get something going. You know, right now, it's all Wabash. We know what this ball club can do. They're too good. Look at this. Oh, I hope he isn't hurt.
All right, here was a charging foul called on Sparks. That's going to be 4 on Sparks.
Well, you know,
that's really going to bring Jerry Welch down the line. He is now shouting at the other official. He has given up on Cool. He's going after Mike Stockman.
Well, he thought he had something different. Let's take a look. If you go up, you're entitled to come down. Let's see what happens right there. It looks like he got undercut, and Jerry Welch had a legitimate gripe. When you go up in the air, look at that face.
He's disbelieving, isn't he?
Does that tell it all?
Incredulous look on his face. But it's the 4th foul on Sparks, and that's great trouble. And there's another foul, this one on Woods. And I think Welch better settle his team down, or this game's going to be completely away from him.
It really has, because the kids are hollering at the officials now, and I guarantee you, those are fouls. You know, there's going to be a call or 2 missed, but I'll guarantee you, those kids are reaching around right now. That's 5 team fouls, and that wasn't even close. It was easy.
There's still a lot of time left in this game, but Potsdam has to get to work. It's 17 and a half minutes to go. They're trailed by 15. The lob to Metzlars. They get it. 16 points for Pete Metzlars of Portage, Michigan. What a career he's winding down. 43-26, a 17-point lead. Potsdam still looking for his first point in the second half, and 8 big ones have been put up by Wabash.
Wabash is playing very aggressive with that zone now. They like this lead. This looks good, and it is finally. Jimmy Sagona knocks one down. Pressure still by the Bears. They don't quit. They're a well-coached team, and this thing isn't over. They've got to do some things, obviously, to help themselves, but there's a long way to go.
Over 17 minutes here. It's still 43-28. Wabash has a 15-point lead. Out again to Metzlars. Again. 18 points for the Redhead.
When you double up and trap, somebody's open, and unfortunately for Potsdam, it was the big Redhead. Nobody's going to handle him one-on-one.
Ball deflected out. Did a good job there. Nice did it, cutting off that passing lane.
Here's the lob now. Metzler is able to get the outside. And see, there's no backside help at all, Jim, and that's a piece of cake. You can't get backside help when you're trapping and doubling. Sparks comes out. He took a hard fall, and he's kind of limping.
Well, they miss his strength in the inside. 6'6" is the tallest player Potsdam had. They had enough problem with him in there with Metzlars. Now with him out, it's going to be a difficulty. Witherspoon's driving. Witherspoon gets in there to score his 10th point for Potsdam.
And it's the 4th point this half for the Bears. They've been outscored 10-4. Metzler has 18 points, a ton of rebounds, and he's passed the basketball also.
Ball was kicked out of bounds by Groginski. This all started with 32 teams in Division III, and it came down the Final 4 here. Brooklyn and Stanislaus were the other 2, and now the showdown here between Potsdam and Wabash. Potsdam, the defending champion, but Wabash looks like they're going to dethrone them.
You mentioned Brooklyn. They're going Division I next year. Mark Reiner, the guy who coaches them, I'm familiar with him. He's at K-State with Jack Hartman. He says they got some kids coming in, and they're going to be competitive immediately. They'll play South Carolina, They'll play all the teams in the East, and it's going to be interesting to follow them.
Seward's shot won't drop. Good rebound by Woods. Goginski's coming. He's got Sagona on the left. And a nice job defensively by Holcomb. Now here goes Witherspoon again.
Oh, I like this kid. Once again, I'll tell you what Wabash is doing. It's hard to get a rebound when you're Potsdam anyway, but the rebounders are going to the outside shoulder. That means it's hard to get the outlet, and then they're choking the guards so that they can't pass to him. Very good strategy by Mac Petty.
45-32. Tough pressure man-for-man defense being played by Potsdam. It just cost them again. Jim Sagona picks up his first foul. That's team foul number 6. And so with over 15 minutes to go and a half, here is Wabash, the team leading the game by 13 points, now eligible for the bonus the rest of the way.
And that really does make it tough, and the two officials have been very consistent. They have called the ball game exactly the way it's come up. One controversial call on the undercut of Sparks.
That looked familiar. Pete Metzler is inside for his 20th point. 47-32. Potsdam cannot find the answer to Metzlars, and unless they do, they're going to be a former champion. Here goes a long one by Goginski, and the rebound's right down to Nice. Nope, that's Stewart.
He's having a rugged night. His shooting has really been off.
Look at here on the break. A layup by Metzlar.
There's that 4-7 speed. Color didn't get back, and Jerry Welch is living.
49-32. Another 17-point lead by Wabash. Breaking now is Teddy Parker. The speed here is Parker on the hold up. He's going to pull it outside away from Metzlar.
Right now, Jim, 50,000 feet in the wings that fell out. There's the horse.
Metzlar, 6 for 6 in the second half. And Wabash has the championship in their views. With over 14 minutes to go, they have up a 19-point lead.
We want to take a look at Big Metzlar. This is the guy that draws the crowd. Of course, they've been spreading it out pretty good. Here's Pete working hard. Goes inside. That's Wood. That's Color. Goes up. 3 people all over him. He knocks one down easily.
.24 to go. It's 51-32. Top Rank Boxing's coming your way over ESPN.
Yeah, that Top Rank boy from Las Vegas. That looks great. Thursday, March 25th. There's the time and everything, Jim. I love it. I tell you what, every chance I get.
10 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time, and a lot of other sports around the calendar on your Total Sports Network. Well, Potsdam is really a difficult spot right now. The big guy, Gary Sparks, 4 fouls. The leading scorer, Moore Wood, with 3 fouls. They're trailing by 19. And the other side, Wabash, has just turned loose Metzlars with a fury.
Well, I'll tell you what, they got that harpoon in, and they want to bend it off right now. Mac Petty has got him down. Here's where you want to kick somebody, and that's exactly what he was telling those kids in that huddle. He's got a big lead, 51-32. It hasn't gone well at all. This guy with the basketball has been the only one with much of a touch in the second half. They haven't been able to get Woods open at all. He's underneath, and he's drawing a crowd.
But Wabash has won 17 straight games. They've really been on a tear. The last time they lost was to a Division I team. They lost to Texas San Antonio back in December. Last time they lost to Division III was December 5th to Hope College.
And that was a tough 3-game trip they went. Look at this. They had a layup inside, and Woods put it on the floor.
Wood just couldn't handle it. Metzlar's got it. They released to Holcomb. Holcomb, great pass inside the Teddy Parker. And a fine recovery by Moravito.
Well, that was an excellent move by Moravito as he saved the layup. But how about Metzler throwing the floor-length pass? Shows you why he was a quarterback in high school.
Well, they just played the Wabash Cannonball. That's right. And dedicate that to Pete Metzler. Deep pass goes outside to Parker. 13:50 to go in the game, and it's 51-32. Inside blocked, and beautiful play here as Wood shows his defensive prowess. He's playing with 3 fouls.
There, boy, does that tell it all. The all-time leading scorer. They can't say enough about this guy, what he's done for the athletic program at Wabash.
Well, he's also set a new tournament record.
Oh, look at the speed of Parker as he goes up. Doesn't get it, but what speed. Well, they finally got the horse on the back. That's the first
Metzlar's
foul.
over the back. That's his first foul. But Metzlar's has set a record here for most field goals in a tournament play. And now it's 48. The old record was 45. Well, he's going to wear the Dallas blue and gray, perhaps. Blue and silver. Cowboys understand really interested in him as a tight end.
Well, you know, Gil Brandt's that kind of guy anyway. He'll check out a basketball player. Oh, everything is going right for Wabash. They're up 19. Sparks going to have to come back in. Doesn't matter how many fouls he's got. His ball club is about to go 10 toes up. 13 minutes left. They need a spurt.
Merlin Nice really anticipated that lob pass. He was waiting for it. Nice baseline drive by Nice. Draws the foul on Marabito. First one on Jerry Marabito, number 11, from Sydney, New York. He's 5'11".
All right, we'll take another look. Goes up hard to the hole. Gets hit now, and he's pretty strong in there, too. You know, you take a look at his legs, Jim, and that's where he gets it all. He just has good leaping ability. This is the free throw we want to watch now.
Yep. Now he's hit 22 in a row.
Merlin the Magician knocks another one down.
23 straight.
You know what he's doing, too? A lot of kids want to check this out. He is keeping his eyes on the front of the rim. He doesn't follow the basketball and flight at all.
I have not seen him even touch the rim, Herb. He's at 6 for 6 tonight and 24 in a row in this tournament. Without a miss, 53-32. Marabito left the open shot. And Metzlar brings it down. The red has been the difference. No question about that. His awesome strength from the inside and a real velvety shooting touch.
I'll tell you something else, too, that we haven't talked about. When he sets a pick, it's a major leaguer.
Yep. They're going to move him out. There's the lob. Metzlar's inside again. Missed. And he missed the tap, but he was pushed and fouled.
That should be 5 on Sparks.
Sparks could be out of the game.
Sparks was playing with 4s. Jerry Welch had no choice. That is the 5th foul.
Long time to go in this game yet. Over 12 and a half minutes. But I swear the handwriting looks like it's getting on the wall there with 21-point lead.
Absolutely. It's, you know, obviously, you know, when you're used to winning as Potsdam is, and of course they got into the finals last year because number 14 Witherspoon was able to throw in a 45-footer. So it isn't over until it's over. And you hate to sound like Yogi Berra, but that's the truth. But good things have to happen. They need a spurt. They need a little help with the officiating. They need some mistakes by Wabash. We haven't seen Wabash make very many mistakes.
Metzlar has 24 points. The applause is for Gary Sparks, 43. He's out of the game.
Hey, now look at this, too. Mac Patey just walked all the way down in front of us to go shake Sparks' hand. I like that. I like what he just did. Excellent sportsmanship.
Yeah, it certainly is. Meantime, Metzlar's had a long way to the line. The one thing he does not excel at is free throwing. He's 2 for 4 tonight.
Might be the only guy in America that shoots better from the field than the line.
Well, he's set a new school scoring record. Over 1,950 points now for his team. He's set 2 tournament records. Going to set an all-time NCAA all divisions record for field goal percentage. He'll wind up over 70% for the season. Right now, 74. The old record was 67. Droginski's back in at guard, number 12 for Potsdam. Now just 12 and a half minutes to go. 55-32. Here's Droginski. Ball is kicked by Nice. Well, Potsdam, as you put it back in play. You can see that just about a capacity crowd here at Calvin College in Grand Rapids.
And you got to be impressed with this defense. Wabash, Witherspoon knocks another one down, but Wabash, we've talked a lot about what they've done with Metzler on offense. They've played good defense. The zone has been very effective.
Teddy Parker has 128 assists, but his teammate Holcomb has 142. That's a great pair for setting up plays. You know, most of them must go inside of Metzger. Driving shot by Stewart, draws the foul again. Another foul.
Looks like Bettini picked this one up.
Yep, that'll be a second.
All right, here's another look. They go inside once again. Here's Bettini, comes over here, goes up, hits him on the arm. I don't understand what he's complaining about. They're doing too much officiating right now, not playing the game.
Well, that's 19 fouls in the second half against Potsdam. Wabash has committed only 1, but you know, Irby's officiated so many years at high level in college sports. The status of the game is going to force those sorts of things, and Potsdam has been at bad spot in this game from the very start. They're trying to fight behind. They're trying to fight height, which they cannot match, and that's forcing fouls.
And you're right, too, Jim. And it's frustrating, too. They want to win so bad. Take a look at those kids' faces, and that's part of the problem. They're just going against a ball club that is really ready to play tonight. Stewart has done a good job.
Well, he's had a fine tournament, too. 7 points. He only averages 6.4. He's averaging 13 points a game in the tournament. So he is coming here playing his best ball in Grand Rapids. 57 to 34. Another 23-point lead. Now they steal. Holcomb's got an open court. Witherspoon behind him, and he just has to watch him lay it in.
Holcomb was on the all-tournament team for their region. We haven't heard a lot from him tonight, but he's a good player. Took away the passing lane. There's Mo, and he's got Manana. He'll get the, I believe this is the first free throw attempt tonight for Potsdam.
Fouls on Merlin. Nice. Now watch it.
All right, here he goes. Finds a seam. That's a good athlete. Oh, I wish this kid was about 6'8". That'd be a fine little small forward. As it is, 6'3", he'd have to play guard if he has any pro aspirations.
Well, he had an incredible string back in the tournament. This year he had 19 straight shots from field over about a span of 3 games.
Yeah, Jim, I was trying to think back and do some recollecting about what Division III kids have played. Another foul as colors on the back. What Division III kids had played professional basketball. I know Michael Harper, kid who plays for Portland, is from a Division III school outside of Chicago, and at the moment I can't remember the name.
Well, Derek Rowland was a great star for Potsdam last year. He's playing in the Continental Leagues, not the NBA, but he's playing some pro basketball.
North Park, that's what I'm thinking of. Thank you. We've got a no pass by our guy here. So here's another substitution as Wabash continues to send some people in. This is the big horse at the line.
Eagle returns. Last foul was on Greg Ferguson. Well, Metzlar's sharpening up his free throwing percentage now. That's 5 out of 7. His big game was against St. Joseph's of Indiana. He scored 43 points. That's his career high.
There's so many good little small colleges in Indiana that are competing. Look at this. They keep it alive. But
yep, intercepted, though. Gorginski, great pass on the inside to Ferguson.
That was a good job as Gorginski finds Ferguson. They come up with a puppy.
22-point lead, though, by Wabash. Another steal by Segona.
Look at this. Look at Wood.
Wood is right in there to score. What a really battling now. They got their minds back on the game, Irv.
Well, I'll tell you, it's down to 20, and, you know, that sounds like a huge lead, but the way they're doubling up.
11 minutes to go. Eagle just does not have the speed to take advantage of that 201. Loud to Metzlar. Metzlar's there. Nice faking. So easy, Metzlar.
Ferguson had a hold of him around the hips, and he still went up and put it in.
When he said, well, he's going to go out with a great game. 27 points already. Segona way outside. Potsdam having to fire from all angles now. That time it was out of bounds. And so Wabash will get the ball leading by 22 points, 62-40. 10.5 minutes to go in the game.
Gorginski tried to save it, just wasn't able to get it done. This is Beagle.
You know, there's going to be a big moment here later in this game, Irv, when they take Metzlar's out. He's a senior. It'll be his last appearance. He will have broken about all the shooting records at Wabash. Here he goes. Metzlar's in close.
I'll tell you what, he went to the hole, and I thought he was going to have a tremendous collision.
31 points for Pete Metzlar. Spectacular performance. Witherspoon can't get it. Wood follows and rolls in another one. Wood now finally regaining his touch on the inside. 18 points for Mo Woods.
Well, Woods hasn't quit. I was talking about that collision at the other end, Metzlar and Woods. There's a 5-second count.
They got it. So the pressing defense by Potsdam was persistent. And now the Bears are really playing tough basketball, although they're way behind, 64-42. Now at the 9:55 mark to go. It is the Little Giants from Crawfordsville, Indiana. Wabash rolling along with a 22-point lead, 64-42 for the championship. Game. They won it last year with a miracle shot. But it's going to take a double miracle here now to catch Mac Petty and the Wabash Little Giants.
Absolutely. You know, they really came out the last 2 minutes and have played hard. And I know Jerry Welch is telling him, because he's this kind of a guy, hey, if you'll stay in there, who knows? Maybe they'll turn it over. Maybe we'll get a couple of breaks. Just continue to play hard. There's the story on Metzlar.
31 points, 9 rebounds, 233 pounds, 6'8", perhaps headed for the NBA as a tight end. He was regional, the most valuable player the last couple of years. Came out of Portage, Michigan near Kalamazoo, where he was a string bean, 6'6" high school quarterback.
And one of the things that doesn't show up on the box score is what he does. Look at Spoon knock another one down. Boy, they just started a little late because they look good now. But as I point out, Jim, it doesn't show up on the box score. What happens, how people are so much aware of him that other people get wide open shots.
Here's Witherspoon on the inside, doubled up, doesn't force it. 64-44, now Witherspoon. Metzlar, and that was blocked for the foul on the play. The foul is against Woods. It'll be his fourth. Potsdam already has lost its starting center, Gary Sparks.
Take another look. Here's the big redhead. There's Pete going up, gets hit on the arm. He'll have a chance to add number 32 and 33 to his total. We talked to Mac before the ball game. Does he ever smile? He said, yeah, he's a delightful kid. He's just a real competitor. You don't see him smile out here. All his teammates really go for him. And, you know, this isn't a roast for Pete Metzlar, but this kid is good.
32 points. Well, what a time to hit the big numbers. Pete Metzlar.
This is something I really didn't expect. I don't think either one of us did, Jim. We thought it'd be a very tight game, but Wabash has really put on a clinic.
66-44, 22-point lead. Potsdam now has to play without caution. Time's running out, less than 10 minutes to go, and they're trailing by 22.
We got to get the ball up a little quicker, too, now. Can't get a steel elbow here now. You still got a chance.
Great try by Sagano, and he drew the foul. Almost got the basket down. Foul's going to be against Wabash.
When you go to the hole like that and you're fighting to get back in it, you just need the basketball to go down, and it didn't. Sagano looked very good against Brooklyn College. He hit some from the outside. It's been a little tougher tonight.
You know, he shoots 54% from both the field and the free throw line. That's his first try tonight. Matter of fact, that's only the second free throw in the entire ballgame for Potsdam. The first one he's been able to hit.
And it looks like, you know, that it's been a one-sided game officiating-wise. That really isn't the case. If you're here, it's just been because of Metzler. They've collapsed around him. There's been a ton of fouls.
Drive on the inside by Beagle. Rebound now is taken out by Potsdam. Maravito gets an open shot. They gave him the angle. Jerry Maravito, 4 points, 66-48.
Good pressure. They beat it.
Holcomb down floor. They got Metzlar's over there, but Beagle couldn't find it. Hey, Wabash, a well-coached team.
Well, you know, Mac Petty was at the University of the South. He competed himself at Tennessee basketball and baseball. He was drafted by the Mets, but went into coaching instead. Class guy.
Beagle and Metzlar is now in the low post as Wabash can afford to take its time. They have a big lead with a little over 8 minutes to go in the game. This will be their first championship. They can go on to keep this. Will take a miracle for Potsdam to pull it out.
Well, the way this ball club handles the ball, it really would. Look at the big horse.
There's Metzlar open. 35 points. Pete Metzlar. 8 minutes to go in the game now, and the gloom beginning to gather around Potsdam. 68-48.
They got to get Spoon to shoot it up from the outside quick. That's not the guy you want shooting. I want Spoon if it's me.
Good steal by Jerry Maravito, though, for Potsdam. Give him a chance to pick up a couple of points here as the clock ticks along. 7:45 to go. Sagona. Good position on the inside by Scott Culler, and a foul on the play.
I really liked this Culler the other night. Brooklyn had a kid by the name of Ron Davis who was really extra special, and Culler really battled him. All right, here's the shot from the outside by Sagona. He's been a little long on the rim tonight, and there goes Culler from right to left underneath. Doesn't get the hoop, but he does get fouled.
Fouls on Jim Beagle will be their second. 2 shots now will go to Scott Culler. Hasn't scored tonight. They often use substitute from Setauket, New York, a sophomore. Gets 2.
You know, one of the things that you like when you see Division III, we talked about the enthusiasm. But you like that never give up attitude. I don't see anybody packing it in or quitting here for this ball club. Hey, look at this kid fresh. You think he's quick?
Well, Gorginski, good job here by Dave Clark. Talks him off the bench now to spell Teddy Parker. Well-poised team withstanding all the pressure, just lobbing in there to Metzlars. Metzlars open.
Hey, you know, when you look at that shooting percentage, you think, you know, they're all off the glass and layup. Got a little bit of a touch.
37 points. He's within 6 of his all-time high. Long one dropped by Color. 70-51. 19-point lead by Wabash. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go.
Mentioned they need a spurt. Every time you look like you're going to get a spurt, this kid with the basketball right here just knocks one
I had
down.
an idea on that one. That's a little out of his range, perhaps.
I'd like to see him shoot from there, just see what it looks like. Then you find out if the kid could be a power forward in the NBA. Everything I hear, though, he'll be a tight end in the NFL.
Up, going to play football.
He went out and he was timed by the 49ers. Schleitzer threw a few passes to him. They're checking them both out.
Wabash doing a great job covering up the ball, and it's jarred loose by Gorginski, and Holcomb gets it right back for the Little Giants. Little Giants going to be big Giants after the night in Crawfordsville, Indiana. They got some lot of great fans here.
Yeah, a lot of them really have come down. They, oh, let's see.
He tries to make a move. That's not
hey, he smiled. That's the first time I've seen him smile.
That's not in his repertoire.
All right, let's take a look. I hope we get the smile on the replay, too, because he goes in here and he says, get out of my way. That is a man. 236 pounds. One of the things I do like, once again, too, in small college basketball, you play 2 sports. You can even play 3 if you can.
Well, he was going to a little tight post pattern that time, I think. Had football in his mind. Oh, look at the scrap of these players. Lost out over there by Color. It's going to go to Wabash. Wabash 70. And Potsdam 51. Under 6 minutes left in the game.
I was going to mention, we're here at Calvin College. They've had some good basketball teams, too, Jim.
Holcomb drive and gets the basket and charges.
There's a good call.
Third foul on Mike Holcomb. Talked to his father here tonight, asked him so he might be related to Stu Holcomb, who also has quite an Indiana background. He says, our family thinks perhaps somewhere way back there might be.
There's the call. Terry Kuehl makes it. It's the correct one. How many teams do you see come down and it's a push? They shoot and charge and you go the other end. One of the exceptions is Denny Crum's team. They just pull up and shoot the jumper.
Weatherspoon penetrating. Bissell now tries to get it on the inside. Woods saves it. Who's going to get it? The Weatherspoon.
Oh, look at that agility. That's an athlete.
Oh, ballet dance. Here's Weatherspoon on the inside. And there's Metzlars. Oh, Metzlars has such strong hands.
Well, and you know, he's taking a little bit of a beating now because there's so many fouls, you tend to lay off when you're an official. And Metzler just goes up and hits the boards. He doesn't worry about it.
Dave Clark, and he charges.
Hey, Witherspoon did a good job, whether or not you agree with the call or not. Witherspoon stayed with it, gets the call. Ball club does trail by 21.
That was an interesting fact where Clark had both feet over the line, the ball in the backcourt. That is not a violation. You can have both feet over the line, still dribble the ball in the backcourt.
Yeah, the ball has never come to front court.
That's true. Some of the fans murmured on that, but it's a correct non-call.
That gives people a lot of concern. Something else that gives people a lot of concern is a 3-second call. A lot of people don't realize when the ball is up in the air, there's no control and there's no 3 seconds.
5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. We're going to break of the action right here. A timeout. It's Wabash rolling on to the Division III title. They're leading by 21, 72-51. Magic names of the National Hockey League coming up on ESPN March 26th when Edmonton takes on Colorado.
Hey, Wayne Gretzky isn't too shabby. How can I live in Colorado. That thing's been sold out. Colorado's in last place, but it's been sold out. It's going to be a good one.
Well, Gretzky, we're looking for his 100th goal. Already broken Phil Esposito's single-season scoring record. That'll be March 26th on ESPN. Edmonton versus Colorado.
I saw him come into Colorado a little earlier in the year. He picked up 3 goals so fast your head will spin. He kind of skates like you, Jimmy Thacker.
5:10 to go in the game. little gloom there along the bench at Potsdam. You can understand why, and this kind of tells it all, doesn't it, Irv?
Yeah, but you know what? I make the point, though, Jim. Right now, it looks like this ball club's going to go down to defeat. They have nothing to be ashamed of. I saw this in Division I the other night. The teams looked like it was the end of the world. Hey, how many teams get here? There's one that's knocked down. They haven't quit.
Regency hitting on the outside. And this team's been to the Final Four 4 straight years, Irv, and I don't think anybody except for UCLA's ever done that in any division.
Well, and the reason they're getting hammered is that guy right there. They just can't handle him. He is something special.
39 points for Pete Metzlars. Less than 4 minutes, less than 4:40 to go now, 4:36.
Look at this. He smiled twice. I like it.
54-53.
He says, hey, I didn't touch anybody.
This is fun. He's saying we're having a great time out here. I got these 39 big ones. Our team's going to be number 1. Winning the Division III championship at Wabash. It'll be the first time ever. And this is an all-men's school. Only about 800 students. Only about 5 all-male schools in the United States. This is one of them.
Well, you know, Brooklyn College that is in the tournament lost to Potsdam. Here's a look at 34 coming back in now for the Bears. This is Jim O'Gorman, a sophomore from Rochester. And there's Metzlar. But, you know, Brooklyn College has 18,000, so you really get a complete end of the spectrum right here. I know this, all 800 of those Wabash kids are here tonight.
Looks like it. All wearing red. The parents are with them, and they're having a great time. 74-54, Wabash. 4:27 to go. Give and go down the middle. Wow, that was Holcomb making one pass too many.
That's exactly right.
Stewart had an easy shot.
Gorman fouls Holcomb. We haven't heard a lot from Holcomb tonight. He is a good scorer. There's a Wabash fan that is going to go 10 toes up. She's sleeping.
A little bored by it all. I mean, this is so easy.
He says, hey, let's make it closer, fellas. Let's give him a chance. Oh, hey!
74-54.
Is that great?
She's going to watch ESPN in a couple days. You think so? A miss by Holcomb, and here comes Witherspoon. Inside the woods, can't handle it. Loose ball. Oh, what's a fight.
We got a playground game right now. It's on the floor. Here's the spoon. I like him.
Leroy kept alive, but up goes Woods, and he's fouled across the arm. Personal foul will be on Color, I think.
Woods has some explosion in those legs. He is 6'3", plays a lot bigger. Here's Spoon. Jim misses. All right, Metzlar gets a pretty good shove in there from Ferguson. And then Mo Woods goes up. He'll get a pair right now.
We mentioned, though, for Jerry Welch's team, the 4th consecutive Final Four. 4 straight regional titles. And the only other school in the NCAA, as far as we've been in the tournament, who's done that was UCLA when Johnny Wooden had his great.
Well, you know, I talked to John Thompson about Jerry Welch. He helped him this summer at the National Sports Festival. This is just an excellent coach, and he loves the town. There are 8,000 people in Potsdam. There's a turnover.
Took his eye off the ball. Kerry Seward did.
I would have to believe, though, Jim, that there'd be a lot of Division I schools interested in both Welch and Teddy because their clubs are very solid. Now, Welch is getting shelled tonight, but it certainly hasn't been for lack of strategy.
Woods rolls it up on the inside, won't go. And out of there is Jim O'Gorman. Here's O'Gorman speeding through, has to whip it back out. And Goginski shots off. Finally, Wabash has got it with 3.5 minutes remaining. And they're sailing on to the title. 20-point lead. Metzlars again, reach-in foul. Ferguson picks up his second. Metzlars will go back to line.
Well, Metzlar can get over 40 right now, and that's got to be one of the all-time great ones right here. There's Pete.
Boy, that record's going to stand when you think for Howell. 123 points in the tournament Division III. That's 4 games.
I got to believe with about a minute and a half, Mack will take him out so he gets the standing ovation he so richly deserves.
That's 40 points. Now, his career high is 43. I don't know that he's concerned about that, or Coach Petty Wabash may not even be aware of it.
I don't think he's selfish at all. I haven't seen him force anything. When it's out of his range, he passes off. When they triple up, he passes off.
That's 41 points from Metzlars. 76-54 Wabash. A little over 3 minutes to go. 2-1-2 zone. They've had things their way, Wabash has. They dictated the tempo of this game after a close opening few minutes. Good drive to the inside by O'Gorman. Jim O'Gorman's going to get his name in the scoring column with 3 minutes to go at 76-56.
I like the way he goes to the hole. We haven't seen a lot of him, but I like him.
Straight man for man, reaching in. Witherspoon's foul. Now Holcomb will go to the line. Holcomb set a record in stealing balls himself this year, 138, so maybe he knows a little bit about protecting the ball, too. He can read those thieves' minds.
He is a senior out of Maryville, Indiana. Very serious kid. He's been all tournament. Along with Metzler, he's been the catalyst for this ball club.
I didn't mean to say 138 steals this year. He had 50, but he had 138 steals in his career. That's a new record for Wabash.
Gee, and I believe you too, Jim. It shows you, you lie and I swear by.
It's a great combination, isn't it?
Yeah.
78-56, under the 3-minute mark. There's O'Gorman again. He and Moravito just playing a little lob game. Woods on the inside. Let him shoot. Nice rebound by O'Gorman. Gives Woods another pop at it. Woods is going to wind up in a big game, 21 points. So that's going to be about half of what his counterpart, Pete Metzler, will have done for the new champions from Wabash. 78-58 right now, 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Metzler just tapped on the outside of the nice.
Look at the lob. They got it in one.
Metzler's going to take it up again.
Oh, it may go in. That looked like the Anderson shot in the USC game.
From the back door. Foul is on Ferguson. That's his third. Let's
take a look. Once again, they do front him. That means you got to get backside help. There isn't anything. He misses one. Very unusual for him. Goes up and just can't handle the ball. I thought he was going to come around. Everything he's been throwing has been going down anyway. They're yelling, Pete, Pete, Pete.
Yep. Going for 42. Now he's going to be able to tie his career record. He's 43 scored against St. Joe. And now he has 41.
Hey, here's the kid coming out, Witherspoon. There is the Vitalis player of the game. But Witherspoon is coming out. He gets a nice hand from the people here. He's a fine player. 2 more years of eligibility. All right, here comes the counterpart, Parker. This kid has played well. He's very quick.
Well, you think Metzler will come out here if he gets his 43rd? That was Ty's career high. 2 minutes, 6 seconds to go. That's up to Mac Petty, the coach at Wabash. 43 equals his all-time individual record. What a game to have for the national championship. O'Gorman gets up the loose ball. Now we have 2 minutes to go and running 80-58.
All right, Mac's going over to find a substitute now for Pete Metzler.
Boy, O'Gorman has scored only 25 points all year. Well, that's what it's like when you're a loser for the moment. They'll feel better about it in a week or so.
Well, from what I've seen, these guys will be back next year. One time they were 12-7, and they just peeled off about 12 out of 13. So you know that Jerry Wells going to have back. There's the big horse.
Yeah, look out, 45.
Oh, my goodness. And there's a substitute waiting to come in for him. What a way to go out. Now let's see if we can get a foul or a turnover at the other end to stop the clock so we can get the ovation he deserves.
Good steal here by Moravito.
If you like drama, you want somebody to foul somebody right here so you can hear the crowd yell for him.
Metzler's got it. 1 minute, 9 seconds to go. Plenty of time to get Metzler's out there. They're going to call timeout. Out will come Metzler's 45 points. And listen to the ovation. Well, the picture tells the story, doesn't it, Irv?
Yeah, it really does. This is some young man. They appreciate him there. I think, I don't know who the mayor of the town is, but he's in trouble if this kid wants to run tonight.
Yeah, he might think about him for governor. Bobby Knight's going to say 45 points. Well, how did he get away? Well, Indiana's great historical. They call it Hoosier Hysteria in Indiana. It's got a great history of basketball. And here is Wabash coming right behind Indiana's championship a year ago to win the Division III. Well, we'll remind you that coming up here are the first ESPN telecast of Sports Talk. This will be at the Final Four, Sunday, March 28th, 8 p.m. That'll come right ahead of the championship game from New Orleans. Greg Gumbel and host Dick Vitale and former Texas head coach Abe Lemons. I'm waiting for Vitale and Lemons to go on the same show.
Oh, gee, is there going to be enough room? That'll be true. You know what Lemons once told me? There's the story about the 45. Lemons once told me I'm a game for him. He says, Brown, you're going to force me out of this profession. I'm going to take a job in the prison, be the guy who drops the poison pellet in the water and says, are you sorry?
Well, you'll see him on ESPN. The Superdome, the Final Four weekend next week. 82-60, Wabash, a very convincing walloping here. The former champion Potsdam, led by a sensational record-breaking performance by Metzlar's 45. Now 45 seconds to go.
Jerry Welch just went down and congratulated Metzlar. Once again, I love the sportsmanship of these teams and these coaches.
Fighting inside. Personal foul is going to be on Mark Lee. Substitutes are in here now for both teams. Mark Lee, a freshman from Connersville, Indiana. We'd like to mention some of the names of the players who are playing. Chris Denari is in. He's a junior from Westville, Indiana. All these guys will be coming back next year. They hope. Paul Haverly from Wabash, Indiana. That's not the hometown of their school now. Wabash from Crawfordsville, Indiana. It's not on the river. It's in the Wabash Valley. Second shot coming from Greg Ferguson.
Hey, Mac Petty just got up and acknowledged the crowd.
Oh, they do love basketball in Indiana, Herb, as you've seen here tonight, and you already knew anyway. 35 seconds ago, thrown away. Just the final seconds to tick off now, and Wabash's Little Giants will be added to the championship trophy. Only 800 students can almost walk around and call everybody by his first name.
And I know that Potsdam is upset that they give up their championship, but they got beat by a superhuman performance tonight. Pete Metzlar had 45 points.
Boyer's speed to Haverly draws a foul. Personal foul is going to be on O'Gorman. Haverly will go to the line. So a young freshman will have a chance to put his name down in the all-time box score of a championship game.
That's right. They are celebrating here, and well, they should. They did put on a clinic. It was not a one-man gang by any means. You know, he got the 45, talking about Metzlar, but his teammates set him up. Teammates played excellent defense from that 2-1-2 zone. There's our all-tourney team, the MVP. Who would you think would be the MVP?
Let me think. I've got to think about this one.
Yeah, well, it's a toughie. How about Pete Metzlar?
Hey, I'll go for that. I haven't thought of him. I'll bet he'll be a good one.
Rick Davis from Brooklyn's on it. This is the lead leads the nation in block shots. He's for real.
Mo Woods, a great score for Potsdam.
Merlin Nice, a good free throw shooter from Wabash. Doug Hornfoot from Stanislaus, California. And Leroy Witherspoon from Potsdam. So interestingly enough, 2 from Potsdam and 2 from Wabash honored.
The most valuable player, hands down, probably unanimous, is Pete Metzlar. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, that's it. It is now official. Wabash is the Division III champion of the NCAA. They have just beaten Potsdam in convincing fashion. 83-62 was the final score. Congratulations are in order for Mac Petty and Pete Metzlar. And we'll be coming back here to Grand Rapids in just a moment.
Why did the big red-headed question, did you think we'd do it by 21? Did you think you'd do it by 21?
Well, you got the defending champion, and they looked great last night in the second half, and you know, I got a lot of faith in my kids. I told them before the game, I said, this is the hump game's over with. You go out now and you just play your butts off and do the job, and you know, they did it. I knew they could win, but I didn't know they could go by 21.
We're going to talk to the redhead in a minute, but you know what, a one-man gang. He played fantastic, but your defense was excellent in my opinion.
Hey, the kids they listen, they hustle hard, they work hard, and they're a great team. That's the ingredient, T-E-A-M, team. That's what they are.
Will you be back here next year?
Well, we'd sure like to be back next year. That'd be outstanding.
Congratulations. Go get with your kids.